I'm back. I see your question. I haven't actually checked the coils yet. I need to do that. Good observation. I've only been checking everywhere else, basically. Alrighty. See if I got any voltage on this thing. Nope. So, set this back over here. And I'll just hook this motor right in here for now. For all purposes of, does it even do anything? Okay, this is a pretty low voltage motor. Really actually low voltage. But I just want to see what happens here. So I'm just going to fire it once. Hey, it took off. Didn't run for very long. Stopped already. You guys can't see that. I'll move it here in a minute. I'm gonna let it fire by itself a couple times. Now we're spinning. Woo, buddy! It's got some force though, you know it? Ow! Got my finger. Whoa. What was that? It threw a spark. I have no idea what just happened. It wasn't because of my finger. You know, that's real interesting. Alright. I'm gonna do something real quick. That motor's spinning away over here. Okay, that was really odd. I'm gonna try something. Oh, my magnet flew off. Now that's cool. It's going so fast that one of my magnets flew off on my little disc I had. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Well, I'll take it off. I brought out a ring magnet. I'll have to stick it on there and look for that magnet later. You know, that's really interesting. I'm wondering if I can pull voltage off of that. Alright, here we go. Nope. But I can pull it off of that. Man, that LCDs are cooking. Well, what does that tell me? Not a whole lot. I think what I need to do, though, I got my finger in there earlier, that was funny. I need to attach this here. And then attach it up here. And make sure that this is all, that's all grounded through them rods. Let's see if we get anything else out of it. Interesting. I'm going to set this up so that I can set the camera up. I saw a spark fly out of here, and I don't understand what happened. There was a spark that touched these two items right here. I don't know. Maybe something flew out from over there. But we know what I need to do. I need to turn down this voltage. And I need to speed this up. Let me speed this up. I killed my mouse again. Jimmy. You're on the wrong place, buddy. Hold on. Let me get you to the right place. Anyway. Static charge. I don't know what it was. But I tried to hold this down and my thumb flew off of it and it got between these two parts, which scared me. Didn't hurt me. And then right after that, the freaking thing just shot a spark across there. I don't know what it was. Let me set up my camera. Alright guys, so this is number 2. The test is number 2. It's labeled feedback current. I didn't even read it. How can we get feedback current? Basically is what it's stating. So here's what I've got. I've got here a pretty big capacitor. It's a pretty big thing. It takes a lot to charge this thing up for what I'm doing. 40 volts DC, 78,000 microfarads. It's a big boy. Okay. I currently have the PAP mixture mixing. We'll see if that helps. I have no idea. I am going to fill this thing up with that today and see what happens. But for now, we've got the helium in here still. Now, something very strange just happened. I was trying to hold this down with my finger, and it flew up, and my finger got between here, and I didn't feel the greatest, but it didn't hurt me. It scared me. And then, shortly after that, a giant spark flew off here. I have no idea what happened. Another one of those anomalies. I don't know if it came from somewhere else, but it literally arced. So what I did now is I've grounded these things out. Okay, all this stuff is connected back down to the base. And then I've got the ground wire coming off the piston head back over here to my capacitor. Now, this doesn't matter. I can put this anywhere. That's just where I temporarily have it, because I wanted to make sure this is actually grounded to this. And I did check voltages here and see if I could get anything. I didn't see anything. I'm not sure what happened. But for all intensive purposes, I've tried a bunch of different stuff. Let me set this down. I'll show you what I've tried. Alright, so I've tried connecting to the buckets, across the buckets, didn't get anything. Tried connecting to the base and one of the positive poles here, the base and the negative poles. I've tried earth ground, didn't do anything. The only way I can get this to work is either if I have a positive connected to the positive, and then the base, the chamber, is grounded, or the base is connected to the negative, or the cap is connected to the negative, and then the positive is connected to the base. I still get a charge. I need to switch those and see if I get the same charge. Haven't tried that yet. But just for all intensive purposes, I've got right here a CD player, basically, is all this is. That's a little motor, probably about 3 to 5 volts. Probably about 3 something volts. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is just let you watch the meter. Okay, I'm just going to read voltages right off here. Just going to fire this once and we'll see what kind of voltage we get. And it has to recover. 2 volts, not a whole lot. I'll let it rapid fire a few times. 3 volts. 5 volts. 7 volts. Okay, so you get the idea. So I'm going to discharge this capacitor here. Pretty big boom, actually. Alright, we're at 0 volts. I'm going to hook up this little motor. Very crappily. I'm going to fire it again. Watch what happens. Okay, so we're obviously getting something. Now I don't know what Bob Roner is using on his, but I'm not using a very powerful motor. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on auto fire and let it fire a few times. Oh, it kicked the camera. There, now my live viewers can see it spinning. Okay, so the voltage, you're not going to see a voltage here unless I disconnect this motor, because this thing's soaking up all the voltage. No, this isn't touching. So you see it works. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect this motor. I'm going to fire this real fast a whole bunch of times with the charge on all the time. $11 volts. That was a big one. 12 volts. Alright, so we are getting a voltage. We're up to 15. Now this little booger will spin. Okay. The point here is that we're getting something. Now, like I said, I tried a bunch of different stuff. And it really varies. Now let me switch these leads around just so I can prove that I've done it on camera and you guys see it. Alright, man, it's getting more powerful lately. I think the shorter bursts work better. So I'm taking off the piston so it's not grounded anymore. I'm going to hook up the positive back to the piston, the negative to the negative of the caps, and I will hook this ground lead back up. Alright, so what I've done is I've hooked the positive up there. Now, watch what happens. Still works. It almost looks like it works better that way. So we'll do it one more fire here. Let's see what we can get our voltage up to. Where are we at? 16 volts. It's about the same. So let's discharge this. Let's hook up this some other way. Just for fun. Let's isolate these two. I don't know if this is grounding or not. We're just going to have to guess it's not. Just try it a couple times. You gotta love my on button. So, nothing. Alright, let's go from a bucket to the ground. I don't see anything happening. Let's go from bucket to bucket. I don't see anything happening. Let's go from positive to one of the buckets. Got a little of something. Not near as much. If I connect this thing to ground, we get a lot better reaction. Maybe not. Hook it back to a bucket. Alright. Now here's the interesting thing. Let's try this. I haven't done this yet. Let's connect the positive to the negative. On the capacitors and the ground of this unit. Look at that. It's going the other way. Okay, which isn't good on this capacitor. But that just proves the fact that we do have polarity. Let's switch it back. Yep, we have polarity. Alright, that's a good thing. That's really interesting. Let's see if we can, well, we know it's negative. Okay. So let's try the opposite. Let's go with that on ground and this on negative. Yep. We have a negative potential. Switch it. I'll switch it again. there's your answer. Now, I will turn off the capacitors and just try the high voltage just to see if we get anything. Okay, I'll short this thing out. Alright, here we go. High voltage only. Nah, nothing. A little bit of capacitance? Nope. Lot of bit of capacitance? Yep. Okay, so if you look at some of Bob's videos, not really sure 100% where some of his stuff is connected, but we can only guess, and we can only test. So now one of my viewers asked me, what are you getting out of the coils? That's a good idea. Let's check it out. Let's hook up something to a coil and see if we get anything different. Let's see what we get out of these coils, guys. You think I need to hook up a diode? I'm going to hook up a diode, bridge rectifier, just for the pure fact that I want to make sure we actually are getting something like that. So let's see. Positive, positive. Negative to negative. Alrighty. This will make your interesting. Okay, so I currently have a bridge rectifier between the coil and the capacitor. We'll see what happens. I haven't tried it. Nothing. Nothing out of the coils. There's your answer. It was a good thought. Now, let's leave the bridge rectifier in there. And try connecting some of this back to a separate system here. Let's see if we can get any more out of it, basically. That should be grounded. Let's try it once. Not very good. Okay, let's switch these. See if it's any better. Not really. But that proves that our connections are good. We'll switch back out. Try it again here. Alright, so there's some feedback testing. Okay? Again, earth ground doesn't help. Tried it. Actually, it's a ground back to my house, but it should be connected to earth ground. I might need to double check that. Yeah. I think I'm going to speed this system up. And we'll see if we can get a faster speed here, high voltage. Granted, this isn't enough to run anything. I mean, This isn't any power really. Point being, we're seeing something. Because I tried this before and couldn't get anything. Now, just for fun, let's go with a smaller capacitor just to see what happens. Alright, I am going to try a smaller capacitor. I would like to see if it's any better. You guys talking? I think the diode might be eating up the voltage. It's a good possibility. Because this little capacitor actually really stored up a high voltage, but it was a short charge, if you know what I'm saying. It's a little bitty thing. I'm gonna have to retap this poor capacitor. It's shot. Alrighty. Okay. This will be fun. Looks like it had a tiny charge in it. Whoops. Okay. Let's test fire it once, just see what happens here. Looks like the bigger capacitor actually works better. Alright. Smaller capacitor. Looks like the bigger capacitor actually does better. So maybe the more capacitance we have, the better it captures it. I don't know. But I'm going to switch back out. I like the bigger one better. But just so you see it, there it is. Alright. I'm going to fill this up with the pap mix. Cool. Oh! Yeah. I have to dig out my flux capacitor. I put it away. People kept getting hurt. Alright. Time to put my music back on. It's hot out here now. It's getting warm. Sun's up. My hat's coming off for a bit. It's hot. Alright. You stop this bad boy. Where is my screwdriver?